Hello friends, welcome to Technical Campus and let's learn about determinants. Before studying determinants, please take a close look on this matrix. This is a matrix of order 2 cross 2 because in this matrix there is 2 row and 2 column. And we also learn how to denote the elements of any matrices. That is how to denote the position of elements of any matrices. So generally in general form we denote the element of a matrices by Aij. The general notation is Aij, where I denotes the number of row in which A belongs and J denotes the number of column in which A belongs. So this is the universal rule to denoting any elements of any matrices. So in these matrices, the A11 position, that is the first row and first column position, is occupied by the element 2. Similarly, A12 is occupied by 3, A21 is occupied by -1, and A22 is occupied by 0. So all these things are position of any matrix. Okay, position. So we know basically matrix is the arrangement. So till we have studied various properties of matrices, but we all know that basically we learn matrices to study determinants. Okay, the main purpose to learn the various properties, various character of matrices is to learn the determinant. So why it is necessary to learn determinants? So as we all know that a matrix is basically an arrangement. Okay, a matrix is basically a arrangement. An arrangement of certain number in a rectangular form is known as matrices. So if we arrange any numbers in rectangular form in any row or in any column, the element may be any value, it may be any digit, or it may be some certain data. So if we arrange any numbers, any data, or any value in a rectangular array, then that particular arrangement is known as matrices. Okay, so basically matrix does not have any net value. Okay, matrix does not have any net value, but to determine the value of any matrix, we have to convert this matrix into determinant. So matrix does not have any value, but determinant have some value. So let us know what is determinant. Suppose we want to write a generalized form of any matrix. That is, suppose this is a matrix A, and we want to write it generalized form. That is, we does not want to give any value to any position. So this position must be A11, this is must be A12, and this is must be A21, and this will be A22. So this is a matrix of order 2 cross 2. Why this is a matrix? Because you all know the rule of writing any matrix, that is, we write all the elements under third braces. Now suppose we have 4 numbers. Okay, here we arrange 4 numbers. The numbers are A11, A12, A21, and A22. We have these 4 numbers, and we want to represent it in the form of determinants, not in the form of matrix. So how will we write? So forget about matrix and now start determinants. Okay, keep the concept of matrices in your mind so that it may help you to understand determinant easily. So we have 4 numbers, and if we arrange the 4 numbers in this form, A11, A12, A21, and A22, but you not put this under third braces like matrices. You have to put this just between 2 single line. Okay, so this is a determinant of order 2 cross 2. Please note that this is not a matrix. Okay, why this is not a matrix? This arrangement has some value. This arrangement is a matrix, but this arrangement is a matrix, but this arrangement does not have any value. This is a just only arrangement, but this arrangement have some value. We denote the determinant. This is a determinant of order 2 cross 2, and we denote the determinant by delta. Okay, and so suppose we have these 4 numbers, these 4 elements, A11, A12, A21, A22. The number may be any number. I just write the generalized form of the elements of any matrices. So suppose we have this phone number A11, A12, A21, A22, and if we write this phone number in this way, A11, A12, as we write in the case of matrices. So if we write the element of this element in this way, and not in under third braces but under, sorry, not in between third braces but in between two single line, so that form is known as a determinant, and these determinants have 4 elements and the order of determinants is 2 cross 2. So the main difference between the matrix and determinant is we represent determinant by delta. The main difference between determinants and matrix is we write the element of matrices in a rectangular array form but in between two third braces, one open and one close, and but in the case of determinant we write the element between two single line, okay, two single vertical line. In the case of matrices we does not calculate any value, any net value of matrices, but in the case of determinant a value exists. So how we calculate the value of determinants? It is very easy. You have to multiply this by this into this, and you have to minus the result with this into this. So the value of determinant del is equal to A11 into A22 minus A21 into A12. Please remember the arrowhead, both the arrowhead will be in right direction. So A11 into A22 minus A21 into A12. So this is known as the value of determinant. This is known as the value of determinant. Value of determinant det. Okay. So let us revise. So suppose we have 4 element, 4 number A11, A12, A21, A22, and this symbol is known as the notation of determinants delta, and we represent the arrangement like this under two single vertical line, and this arrangement is known as a determinant of order 2, and the value of determinant can be calculated by this way from left to right. Okay, and the easy way that you just put a cross between the numbers and give the head of the arrow towards right direction. So A11 into A22 minus A21 into A22. The value will be known as the value determinant. Suppose, just for example, if we take some value and calculate the value determinant, so we will randomly take a determinant and we will calculate the value determinant. Okay. So the main difference between matrix and determinant is the matrix doesn't have any value. Okay, matrix is just an arrangement. You cannot calculate the value of any matrix directly without converting it into a determinant. So to convert it into a determinant, you have to just remove the third braces and you have to put all the elements in the same way, in the same arrangement between two vertical line. Okay, so suppose we have a determinants of order 2 cross 2, 2, 3, 1, 1. Why we are taking 2 cross 2 matrix? You will understand after you calculate the value of this determinant. You have to just multiply 2 into 1 and you have to subtract the result by 1 into 3. So the value of this determinant will be 2 into 1 minus 1 into 3, that is minus 1, 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. In this way we calculate the value of determinant. So this is the key rule of finding the value of any determinant. Okay, now let us learn about two more important things, minor and cofactor. So to know the concept of minor and cofactor, you have to increase the order of determinant. So in the case of 2 cross 2, it will very easy to determine the cofactor or minor. So let us take a determinant of higher order to learn the concept of minor and cofactor in details.